All right, here's an equipment list that can really help you in your spring water gathering practice, make everything more efficient. First thing is going to be a TDS meter. Now, a TDS meter measures the total dissolved solids in the water that you're drinking. And the way it does that is it has an anode and a cathode, two wires that are trying to send an electrical charge back and forth. When there's electrolytes present in the water, they're able to get a reading. The more electrolytes or dissolved minerals, the higher that reading, and the less there is, the lower that reading. I like a spring that has around 100 to 150 parts per million or less. And the springs that I visit are usually around 50 to 85 parts per million. This will help me figure that out. Now, it won't tell me if that spring water is safe to drink or not safe to drink. In other words, it can't read contaminants that are biological or chemical, but it does give us a way to kind of quantify the minerality of the water and to determine the quality of that spring. So these are fantastic and they're really inexpensive. I highly recommend you get one of these. Next, of course, are your bottles. Now, obviously you can use any bottles you want to use, but if you're going to do this the way that I do it, glass bottles are probably your best option. Of course, you can recycle glass bottles that you have for other reasons, but these Carboys become really invaluable over time. I buy these from brew supply stores that sell them for people who homebrew beer and wine. They come in several different sizes. These are 6 gallons here, and these are 3 gallons here, and there is an in-between size of 5 gallon also. These bottles are fantastic and they'll last a long time if you take care of them. I recommend that you choose a size that you know you can carry when it's filled. Not just so you don't strain your own body, but we want to make sure that we're not dropping them because they can obviously be quite dangerous when they fall and they shatter. So make sure you choose the right size for your lifestyle and for your body type. Next would be our bottle covers and our handles. These bottle covers not only give us a little bit of protection from dinging back and forth, they also block light, which will keep algae in that water, the naturally occurring algae, from photosynthesizing, turning green. I love having handles all over the bottle, makes these a lot more easy to manipulate and carry around. And then of course, I like these orange metal rubberized handles, which fit down over the second flange on the bottle. And that makes these a lot easier to pick up and move around your house or move from your car to your house back and forth to the spring. I really recommend you put handles on your bottles. You're going to find these are a lot safer to move around in your life. Next would be how we top the bottles. And I like using natural cork. Cork's a fantastic material, comes from oak trees. And I really like a whole piece of cork versus the more common pressed particle corks. So if you look at these two, what you'll notice is one is made up of lots of little pieces of cork, and the other one is a whole piece of cork. I'm assuming some kind of adhesive is used to bond this together. I've not been able to find out what that is, but I'm guessing that this doesn't just stick to itself, and so I like to use whole pieces of cork where I know no industrial chemicals are being used, and that helps to maintain the quality of the water, and we're using these to seal the bottle off from air. I buy my corks from hardware stores or I find them online, and I buy several at a time so I have enough for all my bottles. Those will need to get replaced after a time. You'll see eventually some of them will start to chip and break down, so it's good to get these in bulk. Last but definitely not least are going to be your bottle brushes. You're going to need these to keep your bottle serviceable and clean. Over time, because this is natural living water, you're going to accumulate microalgae along the surfaces of the bottles on the inside. And I really prefer a brush that has an elbow shape like this. Once we get that down into the bottle, by turning it, we're able to clean this inner corner here. And by pushing it down to the bottom and rotating it, we can clean that corner down here. Those are really difficult to reach spaces, so you need kind of a specialized brush for that. Again, you can get these from brew supply shops that sell them for people who homebrew. You can use whatever dish soap you normally use. I like to use something unscented and biodegradable, and some warm water, and you can clean those bottles pretty easily as long as you don't let stuff build up in them too long. If you take good care of these bottles, over time they'll last you a long time. They're a fantastic investment and really important part of your spring water gathering strategy.